Look at me right now and tell me with a straight face you're a lone wolf or you're on monk mode, like you're not just lonely. Me and you both know the truth. No worries though, you still got some time to change. All you gotta do is put yourself out there and stand firm in your true identity. Allow me to show you what I mean. Back in the day of my freshman year of college, I was in my dorm room and I had finally lost 80 pounds. I was no more the overweight kid who couldn't keep up with his classmates, too weak enough to do a single push-up, ugly enough to go unnoticed, a magnet for insults. My new life had just begun. Currently, I'm in a world where nobody knows about my past, the past mistakes I made, the times I embarrassed myself, the hurtful rumors about me. I've escaped from that hellhole and into a new fresh environment. My new life had just begun. Start a new chapter. Have a better life. So if that's the case, why am I in my RA's office, a complete stranger to me, crying my eyes out? I have never cried this hard a day of my life. Early in the week, I'm in the cafeteria eating. Although 99% of the time I ate alone, this time was a little bit different. I was a little bit more aware of my surroundings and noticed the groups of people around me. When I started to feel a little something, I quickly directed my attention to the video on my phone and turned on the noise cancellation feature. Thinking the day couldn't get any worse, I started working on my passion. The one thing I want to do for the rest of my life, creating YouTube videos. The next goal I wanted to achieve so badly, the one thing that was going to change my life. While working on a video, I felt like it was going to come out straight mid, but I didn't have time to worry about it because I had to go to the library and study. So after an intense house session with rhymes and ancient symbols, I come back to the dormitory and the whole other side was wiped. There was no trace of me ever having a roommate. I called him, I texted him, I checked the people downstairs to ask for his well-being. Nothing. Eventually, I called my sister. She knew exactly what it was. She seemed to be more affected by it than me on the surface. I replied with, "It's cool. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna just continue to focus on me." So with nothing I could do about the situation, I just move on. Here I am working on my YouTube and I'm still feeling little doubts about it. But I started to remind myself of how great of a life I'll have once I started doing YouTube for a living. That's the thing that's keeping me pushing on. I thought that the views, the subs, the clout, the money will motivate me to keep going on and my life would just automatically change. Plus, I wanted to prove everyone wrong who ever doubted me. And who were these people? I couldn't name a single one. Then all of a sudden, I hear a knock. It's the RA. He came to check up on the room to see if there was any damages on the other roommate's side. We get to talking. We have like a normal conversation and he's just asking about my well-being. I let him know that I'm good and I'm just focused on me. And he asks me one more time at the end, "Is there anything else you would like to talk about?" And I tell him no. And he let me know that if I ever need anything, he's just right down the hall. And I tell him, alright, then he walks on. As soon as he closed the door, back into solitary confinement, I immediately started to feel worse. I started to think, well, he did look athletic, so I could probably ask him a couple questions about athletic stuff to learn. I entered this room after knocking and sat down. Before I can even get a word out, my eyes start to get blurred. And then as soon as I said something, tsunami, rainstorm, all that talk about being cool and being good just revealed itself as pain. Everything I've been going through for the past couple of months just revealed itself. I had gotten what I wanted. Back in high school, even when I was in my friend group, all I ever thought about was losing weight. And now I have gotten. I lost the weight, I look better, but at what cost? Now I'm lost and alone. It took me a while to realize, but my weight wasn't the biggest problem, nor my confidence. It was my self-identity. I saw myself as the lone wolf who didn't need nobody, but actually needed to be alone to achieve greatness. It took me a while, but I soon realized my mistake. When you are lonely, you don't know how bad you're doing until you meet someone you could talk to. People who are similar to like me like to claim that they're lone wolves, but as soon as they meet someone they could talk to, they turn into the biggest extroverts ever. Just off the simple fact, they were never lone wolves. A lone wolf wouldn't be talking to you. They would just be minding their own business. It's easy to call yourself a lone wolf when making friends is hard. It requires you to go outside your comfort zone. Building relationships and making friends takes effort. You have to use your social skills and go out there and make some friends. Obviously, you're not going to be ride or die homies off the bat, but the more time you spend together, the more that relationship will connect and build. Similar to a plant, when you first start, you have to water it every day, like constantly, and make sure that you're consistent. As time goes on and it gets stronger, you can choose to water it some days. Just like a friendship, you guys won't always have time to hang out. You'll get busy. You guys like fall out for a little bit, been a couple of months. You could come back like nothing ever happened because you guys have that strong foundation. It's okay to have alone time But a lone wolf is a different story. Alone time is great for your mental. It allows you to get to know who you are. It allows you to reflect on yourself and to take a break from everyone and think for yourself. But is alone time a choice for you? Or are you saying that you enjoy being alone because you're too scared to say hi? No, not even. You're just that guy. Oh, sorry, Your Majesty. I didn't mean to spoil your good name. Like, who are you, Darth Vader? The fact, the easier something becomes, the more we take it for granted. Back in the day, when you went to school, you were around the same amount of people all day, so making friends was just automatic, even if they weren't the right friends. Nowadays, you have to go out your way and use your social skills to make some friends. And plus, being alone is just right around the corner. It's so easy to slip in. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. These thinking nerds have programmed it in a way to keep us on all day, making it so easy for us to stay on the internet and unintentionally deteriorate our health. Now, you may have some questions. Oh, are you saying that you regret losing weight? Are you telling me to drop everything right now and just focus on making friends? No, I'm saying to identify your purpose layer. And if it's making friends and building relationships, then you should put in effort to do that and make that priority and make friends with people who will positively impact your life. You see, you may be suffering from social anxiety. You may feel things like somebody's always watching you, overthinking about what happens if you make a mistake, you gotta say the right thing, trying to hide your insecurity, feel small in large groups, all of that. You may be going through it and it's hard to break free from, but you cannot live like this for the rest of your life though. Imagine all the opportunities you're gonna miss out on. Missed out on the opportunity to meet with that business person, and now the idea that's been on your mind that could have helped so many people as well as your pockets, gone. Missed out on the opportunity to meet your future wife, all because you were too afraid to approach. Missed out on the opportunity to get your dream job because you was too afraid to even set up the interview, all because you were too shy. Now you must be thinking, all these rare occasions, what's the probability that will actually happen? This quote by Brandon whatever. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Imagine all the opportunities you're missing out on in your daily life. Reflect on your day and tell me that you took advantage of every single thing you did today, and I'll show you the tooth fairy. The point is, if you're afraid of approaching that business person or that woman, you're most likely not maximizing your day as bestly as you could, leaving wasted potential on the table. Like, how do you know that you did as many reps as you possibly could in the gym? Like, you didn't go a rep short because it got too difficult. Or you could have studied for that 30 more minutes, but you stopped because you got so frustrated due to how confused you were. All your decisions are a reflection of you. So if you keep making decisions based on your emotions, you'll keep repeating the same mistakes. A lot of people go their whole life achieving nothing. Literally, they look back at their life and see nothing but missed opportunities. Now that sounds like hell. What would you rather have? A life filled with mistakes and successes, or a life filled with nothing? How can you fail if you don't give up? The Google definition of fail is to be unsuccessful in achieving one's goal. How can you be unsuccessful if you don't give up? The woman rejected you. On to the next. The business person didn't want to share any information with you. On to the next. You didn't win the tournament. On to the next. The person that you try to build a friendship with then reciprocated back. On to the next. You can only fail if you give up. Number 1, identify your purpose layer. Everyone has multiple purpose layers. You're not just going to be working on one for the rest of your life and be good. You will have multiple. And as you move on to more and more purpose layers, you'll feel like you're going backwards. But in reality, you're going forwards because you'll be working on the one that needs the most attention. The others just weren't the ones that needed the most help at the time. Write down all the things you want to achieve and the impact they will have on your life, and then narrow it down to one and consistently work on it. If you find yourself lonely and bored most of the time, chances are this is the one. Number 2, identify your negative beliefs, remove them and replace them. You may have these beliefs about yourself. I'm not good enough. I need to improve myself first and then make some friends. I need muscles, I need money, I need the perfect skincare routine, I need an AK-47. You'll go down a hole of constant needs and into the abyss of depression. What you need to do is remove all those shitty beliefs that you hold on to dear life for and let it go. If your core identity, your core beliefs do not serve you, it is shitty. Because let's look at this perspective. Which core identity would you rather have? Oh, I'm the best, I'm invincible, I'm the man, I can do whatever I want, I'm the best. Or, I'm a loser, I hate my life, I suck, I hope to be reincarnated into somebody great the next life. I hate my life. The first one might be cringe, but it's way better than the second one. Identify your negative beliefs, remove them, and replace them with ones that support you, and nothing less. Number 3, go out and practice. Now after this video, you're not just going to be effortlessly charismatic just all of a sudden. If you want to achieve something, you got to push yourself to do it, even if you don't feel like doing it. The same way you got to push yourself to go to the gym, The same way you gotta push yourself to talk to people. Don't underestimate the small little steps, because they can make a huge difference in the long run. If you have time to watch this video, you have time to practice. You continuing to watch more videos without getting experience will not help you. Number 4, join communities. Go find events, clubs, communities, a place where there's reoccurring people, meaning that the person you saw today is going to be there again within that same time that week. Find people with similar interests. Personally, before I even went to college, I did this with the job and the gym. I met a ton of great people at the gym. It's simple, could you spot me, could go a long way. Number 5, make the effort. Make the effort to hang out with them outside the place and let the friendship genuinely build up from there. You don't gotta do nothing extra. A simple game of basketball can do the trick. Go out your way and invite them to places. You don't know that somebody could be going through it and then you just texted them, yo, you wanna go to the park? We bought a hoop, because it generally changed their life. Like they could be actually thinking about self-deletion, but that text from you helped them out and now they get to see another day. You never know what somebody's going through just on the outside. Now, do not make friends with anybody. Sometimes in your life, it's just best to be alone, just because of the people that you've been associating with has been negatively impacting you and your drive to pursue your goals. You have to be careful and picky with those you let close into your life by using the information you gain from their actions. Now, with that being said, remember, always take it one step at a time, because you may never know where that one step may lead you. Yo, look at this big ass fucking dog. God damn. That dog big ass shit. Oh God.